Good morning, baby bosses, big bosses, little bosses, tiny bosses, bossy bosses, whatever kind of boss you are. Good morning to you. Okay, it's another episode of Coffee with Tea. I am Latonna Robertson, the Lady Print Boss. My friends call me Tea. So I'm here to give you guys the tea. And this morning, what I want to talk about is one of the struggles that new businesses face. The idea of thinking that you have to be the best at everything, or you have to offer everything. Give me one second. Can y'all see that black coffee? That coffee is nasty, but today I gotta drink it black because I had a hard time yesterday. It was rough, busy. I was trying to do everything, okay, and be everything. So that's where today's message comes from, me and my bull crap, trying to be everything and do everything. Okay, back to the story, sidetracked. In business, sometimes we try to be the best at everything. We want to, when you get started doing t-shirts, you want to offer t-shirts, you want to offer mugs, you want to do banners, you want to do flyers, you want to be a whole one-stop shop, right? Okay. Well, some of y'all, I'm finna lose some of y'all right now, but just stay with me because I'm gonna come back around to it for those of y'all in the back, okay? To be a one-stop shop does not mean that you have to be the best at everything, right? You only need to be good at one thing and to focus on one thing. You need to focus on one thing when you first start your business. I don't care if you start your business. Sometimes I get people, they think they've got to have 20 different t-shirt styles to start a business. I'd rather have one good style of t-shirt, one good design, than to have 20 crappy designs. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather put all my money behind one surefire design, could be 2 or 3, versus doing 20. In business, if you're doing t-shirts, especially when you're getting started, right? There are so many different types of shirts to do. So people are always asking, okay, well, do I start a screen printing, or do I do, which one's best? Screen printing, dye sublimation, heat transfers, DTG, vinyl, which one's best? Or I got to do all of them, right? You ain't got to do everything. Okay, you can still be a one-stop shop. I'm gonna tell you, you can still be a one-stop shop. But you need to focus on the one thing that you're good at. And if you're not good at anything, then you really need to be focusing on one thing so that you can get good at one thing. Then you build on to the other thing. Okay. Now, I'm good at a lot of things now, right? They say I'm a, what does Shell say? I'm a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? Master of many. But I got how many years in design? Let's see here. I went to college at 19. Started out in the design industry. Stayed in the design industry. Flipped over to, yeah, I've got about 30 years, okay? So, and over 20 years print. So yeah, I'm good at a whole lot of things, but I wasn't always. When I started out printing shirts, I started out doing nothing but inkjet transfers, putting photos on t-shirts. Child, around 2000, I'd make anywhere from $800 to $1,500 a day. That's all I did was put photos on shirts. Your baby having a birthday, I'm gonna put a picture on the shirt. That's what I knew how to do, and I was good at it. I got good at it. I wasn't good at it at first, but I studied it. I perfected it. And what I did was I knew I wanted to do shirts. I made sure I got a quality heat press. Don't get me wrong. They've got cheaper heat presses out here today. You can buy $200 heat press, and that's gonna get the job done. The thing with a heat press is that you're having pressure and good temperature. So whether it's a $200 heat press or $1,500 heat press, if it's a good heat press, it's gonna do. I don't recommend those hand presses. Those what do they call them? Mighty presses. Or I don't know. Kiana's got one, not a mighty press, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Those little cricket presses. The press, it's like iron. Them, no. Okay, not for professional business. It's gonna slow you down. Anyways, I would do t-shirts. I started out doing t-shirts, and I would just put photos on t-shirts. And the first transfers I got, I think I grabbed them out of Walmart. Ooh, they was crappy. I grabbed those out of Walmart. It was Avery brand. And it was used a hand iron, and me and my best friend Deb, we sat at the kitchen table with the iron, and we ironed up like 200 shirts. I went big from the beginning, okay? I went big from the beginning. Child, ironed up those 200 shirts for Texas OU game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't know nothing, honey. You think I wasn't copywriting? Oh yeah, I didn't know. My brother-in-law came to me and told me we're gonna sell shirts at the Texas OU game and come up with a design. I had it popping. I did the pressed up all them shirts, and they look like crap, but they look good enough for me. Looking back, they look like crap. Okay, they look good enough to sell. So he gave me my money. I didn't have to go out there and panhandle him, so I sent him on out there. Going on out there, Bishop Eli. At the time, he was just old Eli. Okay, he's Bishop Eli now. This is one of the stories that we tell from back in the day before we all came up. Okay, so he goes out there to the fair park. And the State Fair of Texas, if y'all don't know, it's like just the biggest fair of them all. People from all states come here just to go to the fair, and I actually live, 5-10 minutes from the fair. So he goes out there and he's selling the shirts, and I'm gonna get to the story. He's going out there and he's trying to sell the shirts, and then the copyright police, because the State Fair got people out there, honey. They got people out there. We didn't know they was gonna have people out there. They got people out there, honey. So anyway, they was running and chased him down, telling him, oh, you can't sell these here. So the first time they gave him a warning. He's still out there selling, because now I done got my money. I done got my money and I'm gone, okay? And he's out there selling them, so I didn't have to sell them. I'm not worried about it. So he moved around from one place to another, just kept moving around. Finally, they ended up taking the t-shirts, y'all. So when they took the t-shirts, and he came back and he told me, he was like, they took my shirts and all of that. That's what made me know, okay, well, I can't just print anything. I see, you didn't tell him. You didn't tell him who you got them from, did you? Okay. But I knew he didn't tell him where he got them from, because the bishop wasn't no snitch. Okay, he wasn't no snitch. So he didn't tell him where he got them from. Anyways, so that's how I got started. And then I had washed one of those shirts, and I seen how crumbly they were and everything, and I wanted something better. So I said, okay, well, if I'm gonna do this for people, I need to get a heat press. I end up buying a Geonite heat press. And so I started doing t-shirts, and I was just doing photos on shirts. Started doing white color and light color t-shirts, cotton t-shirts. And at the time, I think I was using like Hanes. Hanes was the ish, okay, just the ish back then. Hanes shirts were everything. They were those beefy Hanes. Y'all remember those beefy Hanes? So those beefy Hanes, if you had a beefy Hanes tee, baby, a beefy tee in white, oh honey, you was the bomb. Okay, so all the guys would come and I would get them, make them the shirts, and then they would like the tall tees, and so I would put pictures on a shirt. And my shirts went anywhere from $25 to sometimes I make $60, $70 on a shirt, y'all, because you know, back then I was a cute girl, okay? And they would come in the store and I would, okay, boom, you want this, and I charge you for everything. You want a picture on the front, okay, that's gonna be $20. And then you got the t-shirt gonna be another $5. You want a picture on the back, that's gonna be an extra $10. You want some on the sleeve, $5 here, $5 there. I put designs on the neck, on your butt, all that. Back then, you know, I was making those pay before you pump shirts. FU, I'm from East Dallas, South Dallas, all that. I started doing that stuff, okay? That's my claim to fame that they stole, you know. Oriental market, the Korean market, they just stole all my designs, you know what I'm saying? And then they went viral over the city. But that's me. Miss T did that, okay? Y'all better ask somebody. But anyway, so I was doing the pictures on the shirts. I got good at it, okay? I learned that, okay, I press this shirt. I make sure that it's certain ways you can press shirts. You read the instructions, make sure that you get a good press, and then I would go back, I do a second press, okay? And then I had I didn't like sometimes, you know, if you're doing a t-shirt and you press a design and it's shiny, okay, back then they liked it glossed up, baby, because that was when they was glossing, so they liked it glossed up. So I had these gloss cover sheets and I would press the gloss cover sheet on the shirt. That's another $2. You want to be glossed up, or if you want it to be matte, I would matte them out. So I made my money. Moral of the story is, I made anywhere from $800 to $1,500 a day. I didn't work hard, and I popped in, you know, bailed up in my shop at about 12 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock I was walking out with my bank. You know what I'm saying? That's dope man money. Shoot, $1,500 a day. Sometimes I might make 2, 3 G's a day, just depending. And I was only working like 4 hours. That's good money. I was the best at what I could do. I didn't do but one thing, okay? That was all I knew how to do. And so then I started wanting to do something else, and so I started adding things on. But nowadays, fast forward to 2021, you want to be a one-stop shop, and you want to add, you know, nowadays you've got so many different processes. Sublimation has come out, and you got all of these different things that you can do with vinyl. They've got puff vinyl, they've got brick vinyl. You got so much, you know, stuff that you can do nowadays, that it's easy to get caught up in trying to learn how to do everything, right? Like now you want to sell t-shirts, you want to sell banners, you want to sell cups, you want to sell mugs. It's a big difference in printing a t-shirt. So what you do, what I'm saying is, in order to be a one-stop shop, you don't have to be the best at everything, or you don't have to print everything yourself. You just have to be able to offer everything, okay? So you find the one thing that you do best, or that you really want to learn how to do best, okay? You find the one thing that you know is going to make your money. Like for me, when I started out, photo t-shirts was popping. So that's what I did. I started out doing photo t-shirts because that's what was popping. That's what was making my money. And then as people started coming and asking for something else, I added, you know, little different things to it. And I was, you know, I started out and was able to hire an employee and had help and stuff. And really and truly, y'all, I've, you know, once I got me to the point to where I got me employee, baby, I was kind of bossy. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of bossy, honey. So I said, okay, well, got me an old employee, and they was pressing shirts, and I started training her how to press the shirts, and the blow up just came. But when you starting out, you gotta be, because I was the best at one thing, and my customers would come back because they knew, "Shh, that girl over there got it going on. She good at what she do. We go over here and get this here." If it was something that they came in there and they start coming in, they start asking, can you do flyers? And I would say, well, yeah, okay, well, yeah, I could do flyers. And so I started trying to do flyers and banners and stuff like that. It was taking too much of my time. First of all, I didn't even have the right equipment to be trying to be doing banners and flyers. I had the right equipment to do. I had the right equipment to do the flyers, because you don't need nothing but a printer. But as far as the designs, I didn't have any design templates. I would have to sit up. Back then, when nobody offered templates and stuff, I had to sit up and design all that stuff myself. It was taking time out of what I was doing with my t-shirts, messing with my money. And then there it was banners, people coming in asking for banners. So now, if you got a vinyl cutter, the concept is you got a vinyl cutter, and then you get you a vinyl banner. All you got to do is cut the vinyl out and put it on the banner. It sounds like it's easy till you start doing it. And then you realize, okay, you got one or two choices. You either got to buy a long table, or you got to hit that floor. Me, I don't like working on the floor. So now you got to get a table. Then you got to buy this long what do you call it, the tape, the adhesive tape. You got to make sure that the banner is straight and all that. It just took too much time. It just took too much of my time, and my time was my money. I had 4 kids, didn't have time to be playing, sitting up doing no banners. So what I did is, I wanted to make the money. I still want the money, even though you don't want to do it yourself because it's tedious work. You still want to get that money, right? So what I did was I found somebody else that did banners. Said, hey, you do these banners for me, blah, 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 this, that, and other. Okay. Found out what they was charging for the banner. Back then, no, I wasn't going to nobody wholesale. Wasn't no wholesale. Wasn't going to nobody wholesale. But I was providing another service to my customer while I was looking for. So let's say if the banner was, $40, I might charge the customer $50, because at the time I didn't have a wholesale account to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Now I can get a banner for $10 or $15, upcharge the banner, make me $50. But back then, no, I didn't know all that. And so I started working with a guy that did banners. I reached out, found somebody that did the banners, and they would do the banners for me. I would go and pick up my banners, and then I started getting on for doing banners. Okay, I wasn't doing physical work. I'm still over here doing my t-shirts because that's my money. That's where my bread and butter is. But I got somebody else over here doing this. I'm gonna make a little bit of change. Okay, just a little bit. Made just a little bit of change. But over here, this is my big money. So I'm working on my big money. Then after I get popular at doing banners, people coming in, I done put up a sign now. And once I see that, okay, it's a little money, little coin can turn to big coin. So I said, okay, you can go on, put me up a sign. So I do banners and cards and postcards. I do everything he do. Okay? They don't know I'm not doing it. I'm giving y'all the real. It's a side of me that y'all don't get to see. So they don't know I'm doing it. Your customers ain't got to know that you're not printing in the house. That ain't none of their business. As long as they get a good quality work, then they're gonna be happy. Now what you do gotta do is you do have to make sure that the person that, or the company that you're getting to outsource your work to, know what the hell they doing. Okay. Some of these folks be just like you. You just getting started doing t-shirts, they just getting started doing banners. And they banners gonna be crooked. They business cards gonna be perforated. Okay, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Some of them just like you. Some of y'all, people come to y'all, they say, oh, I want to get some t-shirts made wholesale. And shoes, you trying to make the t-shirts, they trying to outsource their t-shirts to you. You don't know what you doing. So the business can be dirty, baby. And so you got to find somebody that you know that you can work with, and that they going to be honest with you, tell you what they can do from what they can't do. One thing that I've always done is if you come to me and you ask me, oh, can you do this? Oh, yeah, I can do that. Or, oh, no, I don't think I want to do that. Like me, for example, with my business here right now in 2021, if you come to me with a specific brand of shirt that I've never printed on, I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it. Then you may want that customer, but let's say customer bring you a shirt, some shirts, they want you to print on shirts. This is why I don't like to print on outside shirts, guys. People will go out and they will find some stuff, honey. They go to the Walmart, or sometimes they go to the Walmart, they'll find some. Sometimes they'll go to the Nike store, find some real expensive for you to print on, and then they want you to print some stuff that you ain't never printed before. They done bought these shirts that's $30 a piece, but they want to pay you $2 to print on it. And when you tell them, well, you know, this type of shirt here, you need to do this process or that process, they want the cheapest print. That's when you have to say, get yo, but you don't say it about it like that. Sometimes you got to tell your customers no. If you bring me some shirts that are really expensive like that, okay, I need to make sure that I've printed on these shirts before. And if I haven't printed on these shirts before and you want me to print these shirts and to risk my reputation, because you're going to slander me. Google is everywhere. They slander shit. They slander shit. Okay? They're going to slander you. So, if somebody comes to you and they want you to print on something that you've never printed before, then you need to tell them that you need to, if you want us to print on these, we're going to have to do a test run. Simple as that. Printing a test shirt doesn't mean that you're going to pay me $5 to do that print. No. Because see, that's time on the press. If you have to set up your press to do any job, you should have a minimum that you charge. If your minimum charge is 12 shirts, you charge your minimum 12 shirt fee. I don't care if it's one shirt. If a minimum print is $120, then they're going to pay that $120 because time is money in this business. Time is money. Okay? And you have to. Now, y'all, I'm just being funny and hilarious and all that stuff, but this is how you have to break it down to them. You say, you know, okay, well, we can print that, but what you're going to have to do, because we would have to go through the process of setting up the job to do the print sample, it's going to cost XYZ, okay? It's going to cost you $120. Are you, do you want to go ahead and proceed with that? And then pause. Most of the time, they're going to say, no, well, can I just want one, and then, okay, well, I can go ahead, I can do this dye sublimation print for you. I can send this out to, you know, I don't tell them, but I could send it out to a DGG printer. You could do all, that's when you pivot, you know. But, And sometimes people will bring you shirts. This is what a lot of people don't know when they get started doing shirts. A lot of you guys don't know that there are different processes and different finishes that are added to shirts. So when you are purchasing shirts for screen printing, those shirts are able to easily take inks and take a screen printed base, right? Or to take sublimation ink, okay? Or if you're printing on cups, you've got special cups that take a sublimation coating. So there are some shirts or some types of materials that have an added, it could be for added protection, for stain resistance protection or something like that on it, and that shirt just really isn't the best for your printing process. So that's why we have to test shirts. I talked to a printer. This is a long morning thing here. Y'all might need to stop this, watch this at lunch. I've talked to a printer last week that gave me a call, and he said, hey, I've got a customer supplied me a couple of hundred shirts. The dye migration on them is really, really bad. So what he was doing, he was screen printing, and as he was screen printing those shirts, that dye, the color was bleeding on the shirts. These were polyester t-shirts. He had never printed on those shirts. And so he's doing a white base, and then he's laying another white base because that's not working. He turns around, he tries to do a gray base. That's not working. He's hitting me up asking me, okay, well, what should I do? Okay, well, hope you ain't out there watching, but anyway, what he should have did was did a test print on the job before he ran it, and then he would have worked out all of the kinks. See, though, that's the thing, is that when people have you do something you've never done, instead of, they can't pay, you cannot charge them the same amount for that service as you normally charge for a service. If somebody was walking through the door and they were getting 100 Gildan t-shirts, and you're providing the t-shirts, and you know these are $5 t-shirts, okay? You printed on these t-shirts 100 times, you know that you don't need to order any extra shirts because you've done this 100 times or 1,000 times, or five times, 10 times, however many times you've done this. You know that you don't make mistakes doing this, or you know that your miscount, your misprint rate is 3%, so you know, okay, well, I'm gonna order extra shirt in each size. It's, you know, you got to know these things, and you got to be prepared for these things, and this all plays into your production and speed. You know, if you're stopping and you're doing jobs that you're not trained to do, then it's messing with your money. At the end of the job, you've messed up this many shirts, and that customer wants you to pay for them. And you're like, I'm not paying for them, but you don't have a customer supply agreement for them. If you don't have one, go over to latonna.com and click on forms and get you a customer supplied agreement form, okay? Things like that. It's all about having the tools in place that you need to have in place to run your business sufficiently, efficiently, and effective. So I'm gonna get off of here, but the whole thing about it, the message got a little bit off track and things, but the message is, you outsource. Nowadays you can find, you be the best at what you do, and then other things that you don't do, find you somebody to partner with to outsource those things, and then you still pull in money there, okay? So you're perfecting what you do, you're still making money, your bread and butter on things that you do, and these are the easy things that you want to do in-house. Those hard things, send them out to somebody who knows what they're doing. If they need a simulated process print, full color screen print, and you know that damn well that you don't know how to do a full color screen print, or you haven't mastered it yet, you don't have the screens to do it, whatever the situation is, you send that out. Because I guarantee you, if you don't, you're going to, the time that you could have been printing 1 and 2 color jobs, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be working on those shirts for another company that's going to take you forever to do, and you're going to miss your bread and butter money, okay? So That's why I'm a fan of outsourcing when you can find the right person to outsource to. Okay. Alrighty, y'all. In the members, I'm starting a join where I'm going to have members on the channel. All of that information, I'm going to be giving you guys all of that information in there. So if you like the video, subscribe. If you want to keep seeing more of these videos, give me a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. It's going to be around here somewhere. Hit that notification bell so that you know when I upload channels. I'm Lady PrintBoss signing off.